All right, let's do this. Public speaking tip number 25. Move with intention. Yeah. I'll try it again. One more time. Public speaking tip number 25. Move with intention. What we're talking about here is your constant movements, either from left to right or from this side to that way, and you're shaking backwards and forward. Only move with intention. Now I'm going to make this one quick. I'm going to make it quick because I think you've got it. I think you've got it. You know, and if I told you that one of the biggest mistakes I see is I see speakers moving backwards and forward without a purpose. You see some speakers, they do this and they just move backwards and they move forward all without a purpose. And it's almost as if I could reach my hands out, I'd grab you and just stop you and say, please, listen. Only move for a purpose. Move with intention. Public speaking tip 25. Number 25. Move with intention. Don't do this. When you're speaking, I know you get nervous sometimes, and sometimes you're gonna want to find a way to release that nervous energy. And some speakers end up going side to side, and it's annoying. So I'll stop. If you need to figure out a way to stop, here's a trick that I often share with some of my coaching clients. I say, listen, you want to stop the shaking, the rocking, left, right, left. You want to stop that? Here's a technique. Bring your hands in front of you. Clasp those fingers. I don't know what it is, but something about it. And I usually bring it a little bit lower, like right in front of my navel, but I don't think you'll be able to see that if I do it on the video. But normally I bring it a little bit lower, right in front of my navel, and it balances me. I can stand there and I can talk for a very long time. And then I can let my other movements slowly add to the presentation. My hand movements. Very subtle. They can add to the presentation. I can open the way. And when I'm ready to move in transition to go from story number 1 to story number 2, well, I can transition over to point number 1 and share a little bit of my story. I can pause and say that, you know what? You can do that. And here's how we take it to the next position, where we pause again. Moving with intention. Only moving to let your movements augment and enhance the storytelling. You see, one of the bigger mistakes that I see a lot of people make is they get up on stage and sometimes they have this little stand, a podium. And people like to get right behind that podium and they like to stand there behind the podium the entire time. No, my friend, don't you try it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless it's like a convocation or, you know, something to a certain formal extent and you have to stay behind the podium. Otherwise, move about. Because I don't care how good the written word is that you're going to share with your audience. It gets boring. And what your movements do, when you move from this point to that point and you transition across the stage, it gives the audience something to look at. It provides just a little bit of entertainment. Trust me, it's a whole lot funner and enjoyable to see you transition from point A to point B, from point B to point C, or back to point A. It's a lot more enjoyable to watch you do that as a speaker than it is to listen to you give your favorite history month speech standing behind the podium. Trust me, don't stand behind the podium if you don't have to. Don't be afraid to move. But when you move, only move with purpose. No rocking. All right? Don't rock. You're going to be nervous? Don't rock. You're going to be nervous and some people are going to want to walk. You're going to want to walk. I can't do that too much on video because you'd be extremely distracted. It's distracting me. Don't do it. Stand up straight. Stand tall. Last video we said stand up straight, look the part. Remember that? I said stomach in, breathe in. Chest out, head up. Breathe. Look the part. Pause occasionally. Move with intention. Remember how we said story, point, story, point, story, point. So if I was doing that and making my movements intentional, what I would do is I would start at point A I would share a story. Make a point. Transition over to point number 2. Share a story. Make a point. And I'd either go up or come back. Make a point. Do that. The audience needs you to do that. I need you to do that. We need you to do that. Do that. Stand up straight. Look the part. Public speaking tip number 25. Only move with intention, or should I say move with intention. Make your movements intentional. Do that. Make your movements intentional. Let me know how that works out for you. Don't stand behind that podium. I'll see you on the next video, my friend.